Good afternoon, dear panelists of the 2025 RDE Congress. I'm here to present the PE Department Research Study, a completed research titled The Music Education Teaching Competency Status Among Generalist Teachers Teaching Music Component of MAPI Subject at Muswan Integrated School with my collaborators, Cara Angela Opiso, Hannah Lubel Abi-Abi, April Rose Castro, Marjorie Lapa, Mark Bryan Inso, and Princess D. Perez. Our research: music education in the Philippines was emphasized to be part of the Philippine education system as stated in Republic Act No. 4726 of June 18, 1966. It is an act giving importance to the teaching of music in the curricula of elementary and secondary schools and appropriating funds therefor. Music education is a vital component of a comprehensive education. It plays a significant role in the holistic development of individuals. It fosters creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and cultural understanding. In the Philippine educational context, music is integrated into the MAPE subject or the Music, Arts, PE, Education, and Health subject, often taught by generalist teachers. However, there is a growing concern about the competency levels of generalist teachers in delivering effective music instruction. While these teachers are equipped with broad range of pedagogical skills, their specialized training in music education may vary. This study aims to assess the music education teaching competency status of generalist teachers at Muswan Integrated School. By understanding the current competency levels of these teachers, this research seeks to identify strengths and weaknesses, to pinpoint areas of strength and areas that require further development in the teacher's music education competencies. Number two, it inform targeted professional development to provide specific recommendations for professional development programs that can enhance the teacher's music teaching skills. Number three, improve student learning outcomes to ultimately improve student achievement in music, ensuring that they receive high quality music education. Number four, contribute to the body of knowledge or to add to the existing research and challenges and opportunities in generalist music education. Through this study, the researchers hope to contribute to the improvement of music education in Muswan Integrated School and by extension in the broader Philippine educational landscape. For the review of related literature, a review of related literature examines the importance of musical competency for teachers delivering music education in MAPE. It highlights the challenges faced by classroom teachers who may not have specialized music training and explores the existing research on this topic. The study of Broa, MJA, and Lozano in 2023 stated despite the fact that many studies have been done on competencies in various fields, few studies have been done specifically on teachers' competencies in music education. Hence, their study recommends training programs for teachers be designed based on the competencies and challenges in teaching. Studies referred to reference that highlights the importance of checking competencies of teachers teaching music includes Pestaño and Ibarra in 2021, highlighting the link between musical knowledge and effective teaching. They stipulated that MAPE teachers' pedagogical competencies might be affected when one has acquired inadequate music skills and knowledge. And according to Julia et al. Of 2020 and Villanueva of 2019, mentioned the challenges faced by non-specialized teachers, implying a need to verify their competency as non-specialist music educators have trouble integrating music into their curricula. Manila in 2020 suggests a need to assess teachers' musical competency thinking that music is the least taught by elementary teachers and music might appeal to be one of the most challenging subjects to teach by a generalist teacher who does not have the expertise or any background in music. Atiliano in 2018 identified reasons why teachers were hesitant to teach music subject and concluded that the lack of competency was the reason for the hesitation. Several studies emphasize the significance of music education in fostering a well-rounded development in students. Okan in 1997, Onal in 1989, Yildiz in 2002. Music education can nurture aesthetic appreciation, cultural awareness, and emotional well-being, according to Gogos 2008. Early exposure to music is crucial for developing musical potential, according to Gimbris 1995, Kalyonko and Ustork in 2009. Research suggests that music education in elementary school may be neglected compared to other subjects, according to Okan in 1993. Classroom teachers, often lacking specialized music training, might feel less confident of competent in delivering music instruction, according to Okan and Dalcran in 2019. These can lead to inadequate musical experiences for students, according to Okan in 1993. Studies conducted in various countries, including Great Britain, the USA, and the Philippines, reveal similar findings. According to Stanel 2010, Halam et al. In 2009, Hash in 2010, Silotirio and Lopez in 2023. These studies indicate that many primary education teachers feel they lack the necessary musical competencies, according to Halam et al. In 2009. Experience anxiety or stress when teaching music. Hargreaves et al. 2003. Believe music should be taught by specialist music teachers, according to Holden and Botton in 2006, and lack confidence in their musical skills, Alexander in 1994. The reviewed studies highlight the need for further research on strategies to support classroom teachers in developing their musical competencies. Effective models for integrating music education with MAPE programs delivered by generalist teachers. The impact of teacher musical competency on student learning outcomes in music. Ensuring musical competency among teachers delivering music education in MAPE programs is crucial for maximizing student learning, addressing the challenges faced by classroom teachers through professional development, and alternative instructional models can enhance music education delivery in MAPE. As for the objectives of this study, specifically, the study aims to, number one, determine the teacher's music teaching competencies in terms of basic music knowledge and music ability. And then number two, test the variations in the teaching competency status when grouped according to the profile, such as A to G. And then number three, determine the lived experiences of the house and watts of teaching music in MAPE, even if not musically trained. Number four, determine how do these experiences hinder or motivate in teaching music in MAPE. Number five, to determine the implication of the findings of the study in teachers' music teaching practices and development. And number six, determine to what extent do the qualitative findings corroborate with the quantitative findings. As for the procedure and methodology, internal and external preliminary communications was sent to the university president, DepEd school district supervisors for approval, and after which MOA was crafted between CMU and DepEd, and the MOA draft underwent process of corrections and legal revisions until it was finally approved. Communication and approval from Muswan Integrated School principal was also secured in preparation for the data gathering, within the month of November, that was last year. 2 sets of data was collected from a total of 35 elementary teachers of Muswan Integrated School. The first set of data is about the teachers' demographics obtained through survey questionnaires, while the second set of data is obtained through individual focus interview for a more detailed and nuanced information. And for the results and discussion, in Table 1, presenting socio-demographic profile of overall sample. Gender sample was overwhelmingly female, with a sample of 24, representing 92.3%, with male teachers representing a small minority of 2 samples or 7.69%. Most of the teachers were married, 22 of them, 84.61%, followed by those who were widowed, sample of 3 or 11.53%, and a single teacher who represents a sample of 1 or 3.84%. As for the educational attainment and training of the teachers, a large majority of the teachers possessed a bachelor's degree without units in music. There were 16 samples or 61.53%. Only a small portion held a master's degree with 2 samples or 7.69%. And only 3 samples or 11.53 had music units. A crucial finding is the severe lack of music-related training attended, with 18 teachers or 69.23% reporting having attended none, and only a small fraction or just a sample of 2 teachers or 7.69% reported having attended 1 to 3 seminars or training. As for the teaching position and experience, teachers were distributed across various professional ranks, with Teacher 1 representing the largest group, or 8 samples, representing 30.76%, closely followed by Teacher 3, or 7 samples. Significant number of teachers were highly experienced, with 38.46%, or 10 samples. Having a length of service of 16 years and above, this highly experienced group with a low percentage of those in the 4 to 6 year bracket, which is 1 sample or 3.9%. For the table 2, on the basic music knowledge, these are the results. So the evaluation of the teacher's basic music knowledge was divided into 3 subsections. These are the theoretical concepts, symbol interpretation, and practical application. Overall, the findings suggest that the teachers possess moderate conceptual knowledge but exhibit significant deficiencies in the practical application and oral identification of musical elements. So, number 1, music elements and concept, or the theoretical knowledge. Teacher demonstrated moderate familiarity with music elements and their definitions, with the highest scores reflecting adequate knowledge of pitch and timbre. However, self-reported metrics indicated pervasive lack of deep mastery. Teachers reported the highest levels of confusions or inadequacy on items addressing their ability to elaborate a music element with an example, and acknowledging that there are elements they are still confused about. And then this suggests that while basic recall of definitions is present, a deeper conceptual understanding is often missing. Number 2, with regards to music symbols, in interpretation and meaning. Competency in recognizing music symbols and their theoretical functions was generally moderate. The weighted average values primarily above 3.0. The teachers reported the highest ability in interpreting the meaning of time signatures, specifically understanding the implications of a 4/4 time signature with a weighted average of 3.81 and grasping the relevance of staff and clef for pitching placement, weighted average of 3.6. Knowledge of tempo terms such as grave, lento, and others also demonstrated moderate confidence of 3.34. These suggest teachers are equipped to interpret foundational visual cues in musical notations. Number 3, with regards to music symbols and its applications, performance, and oral skills. The lowest competencies across the entire instrument were concentrated in the practical and applied subsection, indicating a critical gap in performance and oral skills. The lowest score overall was in the ability to distinguish between retardando and accelerando in a song, with an average weight of 1.9, closely followed by the ability to identify orally the texture of musical pieces, with a weighted average of 2. Other essential practical skills also scored poorly, such as singing and playing solo or with a group, and then songs in key of C, G, and F with a weighted average of 2.21, demonstrating the ability to sing, read, and write music notation, weighted average of 2.34. The pronounced drop in scores, weighted average values above 3.0 in theory down to weighted average values below 2.5 in application, highlights that the theoretical knowledge possessed by the teachers does not translate into the functional performance of listening skills required for effective instructions. As for Table 3 on music ability, these are the results, as well as the pedagogies used for classroom activities. So the data in Table 3 detail the teachers' self-reported music ability across several practical domains and their reported frequency of using various teaching pedagogies. Scores across all ability items were consistently very low, suggesting a severe lack of functional musical skills, while pedagogical use varied. For the music ability, all assessed domain of practical music ability showed extremely low weighted averages, indicating that the teachers largely lacked the necessary proficiency in performance skills. The standard deviations were high, which reflects substantial variation in the reported ability among the few teachers who might possess these skills, though overall scores remain minimal. With regards to instrumental playing skills, across all listed instruments, example, piano, with the average of 1.5, violin 1.2, flute 1.4, and the ability to play was consistently minimal, with the lowest score observed in the ability to play others, 1.1. As for vocal skills, competency in singing was also rated very low, whether a soloist, 1.6, or a choir singer, 1.6. For conducting and pitch, the ability to conduct a choir, weighted average of 1.6, and discern correct pitch, 1.6, scored at the same low level, highlighting a fundamental difficulty in basic musical leadership and oral skills. As for the rhythm and melody, the capacity to understand and produce rhythm and melody receive a marginally higher score, weighted average of 1.76, though this remains within a minimal competency range. For pedagogies used for the classroom music activities, teachers reported varying usage of modern pedagogical approaches, with technology emerging as the most consistent method. For the technology-enhanced learning had the highest frequency of reported use, 2.6, and the lowest standard deviation is 1.36, suggesting it is the most consistently employed teaching method across the sample. Experiential learning showed moderate usage with a weighted average of 2.6. Inquiry-based learning was utilized less frequently with weighted average of 2.5. Collaborative learning was the least used pedagogy with 2.5 and showed the lowest proficiency score of a standard deviation of 1.96, suggesting less consistency and comfort. The pedagogical data indicates a reliance on technology and basic experiential methods, coinciding with extremely low scores in practical music ability, suggesting teachers may use these methods to circumvent their own performance gaps. And for Table 4, presenting the comprehensive thematic analysis of the focus group interview with the Muswan Integrated School teachers on their experiences, challenges, and motivations in teaching music. These are the results. And these are also the corroboration table in Table 5, corroboration of quantitative and qualitative data. And here's the conclusion and significant findings of the study. The findings from the mixed method study establish a clear link between teachers' lack of specialized music training and their low music teaching competency, which result in pedagogical limitations in the classroom. And here are the 5 findings. Number 1, low competency in practical skills. Number 2, there is a theory to practice gap. And then there is minimal training as a root cause. And number 4, pedagogical compensation. And number 5, systematic marginalization. In essence, the qualitative and quantitative data are perfectly aligned, demonstrating that minimal training leads to low personal competency, which in turn results in low teacher confidence and a tendency to stick to basic, less effective teaching practices. And for the recommendations, based on the corroborated findings, the following recommendations are proposed to address the identified competency gaps and systemic challenges in music education at Muswan Integrated School and similar settings. Number 1, here's the recommendation number 1, targeted professional development or PD. The highest priority should be placed on immediate, intensive professional development, focused entirely on the areas of deficiency identified in the quantitative area. Focus on applied skills, implement mandatory music training that emphasize instrumental playing, vocal skills, and oral identification, and music literacy first program. Develop a program specifically designed to address the challenges in reading and writing music notations, and confidence building seminars. Introduce short-term workshops focused on boosting teacher confidence, utilizing micro-teaching sessions where generalist teachers practice teaching music concept in a supported, non-evaluative environment. And the number 2, pedagogical assessment shift. Address the avoidance of complex teaching and assessment practices by improving the teacher's comfort with student-centered methods. And these are the recommendations: mandate performance-assisted training, integrating ICT for creation, not just consumption. And the number 3 recommendation is the systemic support and prioritization. Address the structural issues that lead to the marginalization of the music component of MAPE. Number 1, institutional recognition of need. And then number 2, incentivize the training. And then future teacher profile. So for the systemic support, institutional recognition of needs, school administration and DepEd must formally acknowledge music as a neglected subject and allocate sufficient time and resource beyond just technology to its instruction. Incentivize training, provide incentives, salary credit, reduce non-teaching load for journalist teachers, and attend to music-related professional development programs. And then future teacher profile. Future hiring should prioritize candidates who possess at least the bachelor's degree with units in music to reduce the initial competency gap. And that's the bibliography. And that is all for our study. Thank you very much.